gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good morning everybody and welcome to the latest virtual Elite FPL breakfast show, where of course this morning I'll be predicting, previewing, letting you guys know team selections, best captaincy choices, etc. for the upcoming game week 17 happening tonight. The biggest question is, will it be Penguin or Jason that covers the games? I have no idea, but that was a pleasant surprise when I woke up on Wednesday morning and after eating my breakfast, using the facilities, etc., put on go to see if Penguin had streamed last night so I could get the results, react live, blah blah blah. And no, it was Jason instead. Very, very pleasant surprise. Really enjoyed his show. And yeah, we move on to game week 17, but yeah, game week 16 was mental. Although I keep saying this, I get more anxious when I hear the results coming through because I predict quite well, and I find it really surreal that I'm averaging about 6-7 out of 10 correct outcomes. My most bang on result last time in game week 16 was predicting that Brighton would win 3-2. The proof is there. I doubt you'll even be able to see it, but if you can, the proof is on that piece of paper somewhere, if you can see it on the screen now. But yeah, I do, like I say, I always pride myself on my predictions, and when it comes to predicting this game, essentially you can only really give clean sheets to one team, and that's Sheffield United. Because no other team can seem to keep clean sheets no matter how easy the opponent is, whether Liverpool are up against Burnley, whether Man City are up against Norwich, they always seem to concede goals, whereas if Sheffield United are playing at home, which they're tonight, you're guaranteed a clean sheet virtually, so you can imagine what I'm going to be predicting for those guys tonight. But yeah, like I said, if you want to let me know what your captains are going to be tonight and who your transfers are going to be, then please by all means do. I'll get to the chat towards the end of it, because like I say, I just want to get on with this bit ASAP. But of course, as well, oh my goodness, I actually got through to the cup, would you believe? So I don't need to stop thinking about the cup. I can actually then go into the next round. I beat someone they were 28th overall rank, and I beat them mainly because they took a hit, but I couldn't care less. I got through. Happy days. But yeah, let's just quickly get on with the predictions. Like I say, if you want to join in with the fun for predicting the games, by all means, it's all a bit of fun, really. And most of my results are usually similar, 3-1 for most games. But I'll tell you what, we are opening up with a cracker, an absolute cracker this evening when it's Leicester versus Spurs. Two teams that are an absolute shambles when it comes to defending. Two teams that like to score goals. I was thinking like 3-2, 4-2, either way. I've kind of sat on the fence. I've gone with a 2-2 draw. And I tell you what, any Vardy, Son, Ali, Perez, Tielemans, Maddison owners, I'll tell you what, you're gonna. I think you're gonna be in for a treat tonight. I really do. And Manchester Reds is thinking exactly the same. He's going 2-2 as well. John Harris is here. I heard. Do you know, this is another thing I love about me and Jason doing this. Well, I know it was an impromptu stream from Jason, but I tell you what, this is what I love about Elite FPL: creating rivalry. And do you know what was more fun for me listening to Jason stream? Was him giving you stick, John Harris. Oh, it was fantastic. And I thought, this brings me back to the real life FPL. It's like Jason said to some clown on Twitter, saying about people that create FPL content, what's the point in doing it? And Jason just simply replies, I couldn't care less how many people watch us. I couldn't care less about various other things. All I care about is my rivalry with Steve-O. And I thought, you're a genius, Jason, because it's so bloody true. And as I keep saying this, if you can create rivalry within fantasy football, that's when you got to take it seriously. I'm sorry, but it's true, and it's why I get affected is a strong word. It's why I take it quite seriously. And it's funny because when Jason was talking regarding me and FPL and bad luck, it is true. He mentions the fact that I got onto Aguero after he got a hat-trick and everything, and what did Aguero do? Seemed to miss the easiest shots on the planet, misses a penalty. Players that he was trying to assist couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Sterling. You get the idea with that. I'm just very, very unlucky with FPL. And when it comes to this specific game as well, I haven't really got a rivalry in it. I don't really take the cups seriously at all. I do take our mini league seriously that I created for game week 11 starters only. And do you know what? Gabriel de Rop, you are storming that league, and it is very frustrating that I don't think I've got a chance of catching you whatsoever, apart from the fact that I've got all my chips in place, because you have got an excellent team. But I digress. I completely digress, but the point being is that if you can create some form of rivalry with fantasy football, that's when it gets more enjoyable. And yeah, John Harris, you've just reminded me of that little tangent I'm going on about. So yeah, I'm predicting for the Leicester-Tottenham game, I'm going 2-2. So I highly recommend maybe, if you've got Son, maybe captaining in that. Leicester, player like Vardy, maybe going with that. But I have done the history, the real-life history for 8 players. But it's all the popular choices. But there is 2 players that stand out, and you could probably guess who they are, but we'll come on to that in a minute. Moving on to Aston Villa versus Man United. Man United just scoring goals for fun at the moment, but of course they also don't like to keep a clean sheet, and that's why I'm thinking, United, you're going to win. I think it's going to be a comfortable victory, and I'm going to go 4-1 to United. I think it's going to be quite an easy victory for United there. And Fernandes owners, I see a man Dillon there is going to be captaining a man Dillon. I see a man Dillon's going to be captaining Fernandes. Do you know what? I hope you went with the history on game week 16. In fact, I know you captained Fernandes, and I hope that was basically based on the history, because like I said, Fernandes for game week 16 was the best option that I was selecting, along with Ali and Son. So all 3 of those are doing really well. And of course, you did captain Fernandes, so well done to you there. So yeah, I'm going 4-1 to Man United. Now it's Norwich versus Wolves. Of course, Pookie back. Buendia's finally got his strike partner back and someone to feed those balls to. Can I see Norwich scoring? Yes, I can. I think this is going to be another tight affair. I think that Wolves are going to come through this though, and I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves. The next game is going to be another quite tight game, but I think Man City are going to come through this again relatively comfortably. They don't seem to be, as of late, blowing teams away per se. They're not winning comfortably, but I think against Crystal Palace, I think they'll have enough in the tank, and I think 3-1 to Man City. Oh, Everton versus Liverpool. It's the Merseyside derby. And I don't know why my captain's changed, because I had my captaincy on Salah. I'm probably, again, I'm going to do a bit more research. I say research, do a bit more digging. But at the moment as it stands, I'm going with Salah captain. Everton are a bunch of clowns. I think that Everton are going to be there for the taking. Of course, Liverpool in that extraordinary... Because obviously Jason had that bit of a hiccup where he didn't realise he was viewing the wrong game week, but it doesn't matter. And once he realised, obviously the Chelsea-Liverpool game had already taken place. 2 informed teams scoring goals for fun, and that's how it ended. 3-3. How on earth that happened, I have no idea. One team with a really good defence, the other team, don't really like to score goals, and yet Chelsea come through and get 3 against Liverpool. Salah again. I don't know what the statistics are, but I wonder what would it have been like if you'd have just permanently captained Salah throughout this game. I don't know, but certainly against Everton, I think Everton are going to be there for the taking, and I think at the moment Salah for me is probably going to be my captain, and that's what I love about this game week. This game week there are so many differential captaincies to choose from. You've got people like Aubameyang, Salah, Mane, Vardy, Son, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandes, Rashford, Martial. There are so many players you can captain this week, so I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more of a spread when the stats come out about who's being captained. Now, the team that I was absolutely loving it when I found out that Burnley, Ashley Barnes converted a penalty to get a draw at Tottenham. I did say that whenever we seem to play Tottenham, it always does seem to be tight. Despite a couple of results where Tottenham have battered us, i.e. this year when they won, was it 4-0? Or 4-1, whatever. The point being is that, yeah, I was really, really happy when we got a draw, 1-1 against Tottenham. Of course, Son scored. But yeah, I think this West Ham versus Burnley game, I think it's going to be a tight game, and I think it's going to be 1-1. Newcastle-Chelsea, it's got to be Chelsea. Chelsea away in form at the moment. Newcastle, though, at the moment, they've got a really, really solid defence at home. They have actually had 4 clean sheets this season. One of them against Liverpool, albeit Liverpool did have Mane sent off, but it doesn't matter. They kept a clean sheet. They've had 4 clean sheets at home this year. They're up against Chelsea. Like I said, Chelsea don't seem to score that many goals, I don't think. But I think they're going to come through this, and I think because it's away from home, I think I'm going to give Newcastle a goal, and I think Chelsea are going to edge this 2-1. We then move on to Bournemouth versus Watford. I think Bournemouth are going to get a comfortable victory here. Watford are just an absolute shambles as it stands, and they are going to get their standard goal with Troy Deeney. I see Fantasy Football Focus is here. I think Mr. FF, I think you are going to get some returns from Deeney, because if he doesn't score, he seems to assist, or if he doesn't assist, he seems to score. So I think you're going to get your standard returns from Troy Deeney tonight. But Bournemouth, Harry Wilson, Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser at the moment, they're in top form, and I'm going to go with a comfortable victory here, and I'm going to go 3-1 to Watford. And I mentioned Sheffield United at the start of the show, and I think mentioning about their clean sheet potential, and I think this has got me personally 2-0 written all over it. I was very, very lucky in the last game where I got double clean sheet, and not only that, I had Henderson 2 bonus points and Egan with 1 bonus point, which I just couldn't believe. But yeah, I'm expecting Sheffield United to get a clean sheet in this game, hence why it will probably end up being 3-3 now. But I'm going to go 1-2-0, but I've gone with 2-0 officially for this particular fixture. Now finally, what is probably going to be a very, very popular captaincy choice, and obviously Triple F. I'm not going to lie, I did laugh again when I found out that you would triple captain Aubameyang, and I laughed when Jason said that he'd only got a goal. Well, when he was doing the commentary, he got the goal and everything, and I thought, oh dear. And as Jason said, I completely agreed with Jason. Aubameyang is just not a player worth putting a triple captaincy on. He's just so unreliable at the moment. As it stands right now, Aubameyang just seems to be going through these patches where he's just getting a bit like Troy Deeney. You're guaranteed some form of attacking return. The question is, what will it be? His double-digit hauling has seemed to have dried up. In fact, do you know what? Let's just quickly bring up Aubameyang up on the screen right now, because I'll be able to tell you... Where is it? There. I'll be able to show you exactly up on the screen what I'm talking about. So when I did the preview for Game Week 16, Aubameyang, yeah, he was the standout captaincy. I'm not going to lie. His home form was, as you can see up on screen right now, Burnley at home 13 points, Newcastle at home 13, Aston Villa, you guessed it, 13, Wolves 12, Tottenham 13, and of course, again, it's the Steve-O curse. Everybody can blame me. Since Steve-O's joined this game, the curse has followed him from the official game, and since I brought Aubameyang in game week 14 for Everton at home, all he's produced is 3 single-digit returns, 2 of them being at home, and of course he had that single-digit return versus Bournemouth with 7 measly points. And I just think that Aubameyang, is he worth captaining for? If you're in, as Manchester Reds is doing, if you're in Manchester Reds' position and you're going for safety, I think that absolutely. I mean, you're saying here, Triple F, about good home form. I completely agree with you. But I just think that if you're going for explosive returns, I just think that Aubameyang is just not your man. I mean, Manchester Reds here, he's not unreliable. He's unreliable from a captaincy point of view. That's what I'm trying to get at. He's perfectly reliable, but when I say single-digit returns, I mean quite literally between 6, 5, 7. From a captaincy point of view, as we all know, you are wanting to get at least a double-digit haul. And for me, I just don't think that Aubameyang is worth... If you're trying to catch on a serious level here, I think that going with someone more like Fernandes, more like Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, Mane as a captaincy, specifically in a week like this where a lot of people are going to be going with Aubameyang, I think is the best option. Now, saying all that, for all I bloody know, he's probably going to go on with a double-digit haul tonight. Who knows? But I just agree with Jason that just Aubameyang is just so frustrating as a player. I mean, if you were to, like, for instance, Harry Kane as an example, you're pretty confident that he's going to return a double-digit haul. You're pretty confident that Harry Kane would probably return a double-digit haul against an easy team like Bournemouth. You'd like to think, especially when he's in form. But Aubameyang, at the moment, 4 single-digit returns in a row at the moment, and yeah, like I say, it's the Steve-O curse. Like I keep saying, it's very frustrating, but whatever. And what I do find quite funny is that when I do hear the live results coming through when Penguin is going through it, or myself, Jason, is that I always seem to start off really well. So like the first 2 fixtures, basically I will get returns in like the first 2 fixtures, and I'll be like, oh, blinking hell, I've had a clean sheet, I've had 2 of my attackers returning, I've had, you know, potentially my captaincy payoff or whatever, and then it just demises. So like from the fixture 3 onwards, I just hardly get any returns. And when Jason mentioned that he got like 81 points in the last game week, and if we just quickly look at the mini leagues for a second, when Jason got an incredible 80 odd points, I was thinking, yes, I've got to have got 80 odd points as well, because our teams are virtually the same. And I looked at mine, I'm like 60 odd, but look, if we look at Jason's here, 81 points. And there it is there. That was game week 16. We move on to my team. And I was thinking, oh wow, I must have had a really, really good score. You know, Danny Ings came in with a goal. Salah got me a goal. And then obviously the double clean sheet with Henderson and Egan and the bonus points. And I'm thinking, bloody hell, I've done really, really well here. And I'm only like on 60 points. It's because my captaincy only got a single digit return, unfortunately. So yeah, bit frustrating from my point of view. I am getting the captaincy right every single, well, not right, but I'm getting the captaincy returns, or attacking returns for my captain, shall I say, but I don't seem to be hitting the right captain in my team that's getting the most points, which is highly frustrating. So let's just quickly move on to the prediction for that particular game, Arsenal versus Southampton. I didn't actually say it, and I'm going to go with a high-scoring 3-2. I'm going 3-2 to Arsenal. So moving on to an Aman Dillon here. Prick up your ears, listen in. Here's the real-life history. And again, I am pretty proud of the fact that it does seem to correlate with this actual game. And there are 2 standout real-life performances for the related fixes that they're having. So here we go. If you're thinking of captaining Rashford, he's had one appearance versus Aston Villa this year. He's returned 1 assist. Martial the same, but 0 returns. Fernandes not available. Aguero 2 goals in 1 appearance versus Crystal Palace. Kevin De Bruyne has made 2 appearances versus Crystal Palace. 0 returns. Salah was unavailable for the Merseyside derby when it was 5-2 to Liverpool. Mane in that game though, so maybe people like myself may want to get rid of Salah, just bring in automatically Mane, but I've already got my transfer in mind and I'm almost guaranteed to do it, but we'll get on to that in a minute. Mane 1 appearance, 1 goal, 2 assists, and Aubameyang versus Southampton, 1 appearance, 1 assist. So that could be an interesting, like I said, from a captaincy point of view, it could be interesting who returns from that. Shanak saying that I'm thinking Alonso could be a great differential. Absolutely. Let's just quickly see, for your sake. Like I say, this is how I personally choose my captaincy, to be honest with you. I go with the real life history. I then go on this player data on the site. I just simply choose which player I'm thinking of captaining. Let's just take yours as an example, Shanak. Alonso away from home. Let's just quickly go through it. He got a 15-point away at Man United. 8 points away at West Ham. and that's his best, and 6 points away at Sheffield United. That's his best returns away from home. Burnley away, just the 2. Norwich away, just the 1, and Wolves away, just the 1 point. So yeah, absolutely, like I said, from a differential standpoint this particular game week, I think that certainly Marcos Alonso could be somebody to look at. I just think this particular game week is perfect for a differential captaincy. I'm just going to quickly look at my cup opponent. I know he's 200 and something in the world, 240 if it's Nero FC. Let's just quickly look at his team. So he's not 28th in the world, but this is his team up on the screen. So he's 114th in the world. And he's got a very, very good team indeed. Lots of differentials to mine. In fact, he's got Manchester Reds goalkeeper. So we've got McCarthy in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Egan, Saez, De Bruyne, Salah, Martial, Grealish, Ings, Jimenez and Abraham. It'd be interesting to see if he does a transfer tonight. I think that if he was to, I don't know how much money he's got in the bank. I have no idea. But looking at that team there, I reckon he's potentially either going to go with, well, Jimenez. Jimenez away at Norwich, although Jimenez's away record is terrible. Salah away at Liverpool. De Bruyne away at Crystal Palace. I would think it's one of those 3. He could go with Martial, but he did get his big points haul the other game week in game week 16. So I don't know if he will go with Martial for this time around. Unbelievably, he captained him as well. 91 points in game week 16. Can I beat him? Who knows? I'll just quickly show you the transfers for what I'm almost certainly going to do, and it's going to be getting rid of Zaha. So Zaha out, and I'm going to be finally bringing in, and of course, like I said, the Steve-O curse is going to happen. So let's just quickly get rid of Zaha there, and I can bring in one player, and it's this man here. I've been going on about him for weeks, haven't brought him in. It's Pulisic. He's on form at the moment. Crystal Palace have got Man City at home. Like I said, I'll predict it now. Zaha will probably, in the next 2 fixtures versus Man City and Arsenal, he'll probably get returns when I sell him. And Pulisic, away at Newcastle, home to Leicester, will probably do nothing. But I'm happy to bring in Pulisic. I've got that 0.1 in the bank. Another player that I was thinking of bringing in the other day was Patrizio, but unfortunately I didn't want to risk the fact that he may not play, because in the 3 friendlies that I played for Wolves, Ruddy started twice and Patrizio only played once. But of course Patrizio did return for that particular fixture, and I think that he definitely was someone that I wanted to bring in, but thankfully I didn't. And yeah, essentially, I'm happy that I've got the 0.1 in the bank where I can just put that on to Zaha and bring in Pulisic. Another player I'm seriously thinking of getting rid of just due to fixtures is Perez. Those fixtures are awful, but the question is, do I want to take a hit? The player that I bring in, now this is the problem, this is the issue, he's 6.2. I'd have no money in the bank. And unfortunately, I have no idea which player I could bring in for 6.2. It's a shame that Willian is 6.9, because I'd probably bring in a double up of Pulisic and Willian. Mason Mount, a complete waste of time. I'm wondering if somebody for Wolves, I mean, Traore is such a rotation risk. That's my problem with Traore. It's such a shame I can't get him in. Well, I can afford him, but I don't want to risk bringing in someone that is not actually starting as often. Shanak saying Neto has been performing well, Steve-O. And Grekla saying I did Perez to Traore. Neto is how much? 5 million. What I'll probably do, I'll definitely do the Zaha. In fact, I'll do that now. Oh, he's doing it now, an early transfer. I'll do that now. Let's get on with it. Submit the team. So, Pulisic in for Zaha. If it works, which it doesn't. So, obviously this isn't working up on screen. And of course, it's crashed. Brilliant. And I can't refresh anything. I don't know how to do it, so I'm not even going to waste my time. So, that's a complete disaster there. Brilliant. So, there we are. I'm going to be doing that specific transfer. All I can say, everybody, is I'm going to end the stream there. It's been a nice quick half an hour. And make sure, hopefully, it seems that you can tune into either Penguin or Jason's stream tonight. Now, I think there's probably almost certainly going to be Jason's stream. Penguin's stream. Because I believe Jason's was just an impromptu one. But all I can say is stay tuned on Twitter. That's at EliteFPL. Follow us on Twitter for all the latest news, when we're going live, etc., etc. I've also been you'll be pleased to know as well, I've also been in talks with Penguin about collaborating with him at some point next week. But what I can definitely tell you is this. Here's the big news. What I can definitely tell you is that I am I am 100% certain that I will be live streaming on Sunday evening the games. There's a chance that I may even do it with Jason, if he's available. But on Sunday, I'm 100% definite going to be streaming the games on Sunday, so we can all react live together. Also, it's the usual line. If anybody's new around here regarding virtual FPL fans, and they're all new around here and they're enjoying what myself and Jason are doing, it's the usual line. Just simply hit the subscribe button. All you regulars here, and anybody that is watching, if you are enjoying the show, all I can say is that just simply hit the like button. And apart from that, I'm going to clear off. It's going to be another nice, hot, sunny day here in London. I'm going to just burn. Other than that, good luck with all your choices, and I will find out tomorrow morning at 4:30 exactly what has happened.